Going down the Jacksonville, baby, the greatest rivalry in all of college football. Georgia going against the Gators without their head coach, Billy Napier. Gonzalez is going to be the new interim head coach there. I'm nervous, man. I'm not going to lie. I'm not. If you're like,
No, you're
Florida
not.
stings. Florida
You're
fired
not
Billy. I'm just
nervous.
like, have any of you watched Georgia football this year? Like, what gives you the confidence that Georgia's just going to steamroll anyone?
Come on.
I'm not saying they're going to lose. I'm just saying, like, I think it's going to be a 4 quarters of like, pull your hair out, because that's been Georgia every week. Until Georgia proves me otherwise, every Georgia fan should be like, this is going to be a 4-quarter game in which Georgia's probably not going to show up to the third quarter. They're going to give up a bunch of points, and Gunnar Stockton's going to have to find a way to win in the third and fourth quarter. And maybe the defense finally shows up and gets a couple stops. But like, what game have we seen where Georgia gives you the confidence that they're just going to show up, play 4 quarters of great football, put their foot on their throat, and just kick butt from start to finish?
Haven't seen it yet. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is it.
Maybe.
Let's take a step back from this game, and I want to get your thought. You're like our big game guest here for this episode here, because I want to hear about this game. Because when you and Colt McCoy were going back and forth about that rivalry versus this rivalry, just paint the picture. If no one has ever heard of it, they don't know that it's played in Jacksonville. They don't know it's the biggest cocktail party. All these things. Lay out this game for me and what it means.
So obviously it's a major rivalry, SEC rivalry. And I'll say this, when you are on the team bus and there's this little bridge that you drive over to get near to the stadium, and you get over the bridge and there are hundreds of thousands of people in red and black tents on one side, blue and orange tents on one side. I mean, it is pandemonium everywhere. You got people cheering and screaming for you. You have other people flicking you off, screaming at you and saying other bad things. Then as a quarterback, because I have such a different vantage point than anyone else and can see up because offensive linemen are down. When you get at the line of scrimmage and you look up, because Oklahoma's 50-50, but it's 50-50 from the 50-yard lines. We're 50-50 down the middle of the goalposts. And you look down the middle of the field, and right through the middle is a distinct, very clear line of red and black and orange and blue. And you look this way and it's all orange and blue. I'm making a check. We're on the road. No, we're not. We're at home. And you're just like, my, and it's always loud. It's always crazy. And the best feeling in the world is when you're winning in the fourth quarter and the game seems like it's over and half the stadium is empty. And you look over and like that side's no longer, filled. Georgia fans that were in the top level are coming down to take over the Florida side. It is as special as it can get. I love the fact that it's played there in Jacksonville and you get that 50-50 split. It is so much fun to be a part of. And
I bet it is.
Just happy that I was 3-1 against Florida during my time.
Oh, there we go. Come on. Holding it up. All right. Now let's dive into it. I think both of our biggest things is, can the Georgia defense start fast? Can they start the game, set the tone? Is that a big stop? Is that a big turnover? Whatever it is, can we start fast and understand who this Florida team is? Yep. They're probably still very physical. They're probably very talented, but they're going to want to run the football. And that's going to be the biggest key. Can you anticipate that? Load up the box, be who you are, and go hunt. That's what I want to see from these guys. And on the other side, Florida can't stop a bloody nose, so let's just run it down their throat. Let's make the game small. Let's make the game short. Let's run the ball all over them. And I think that's the recipe. If we see that, I think we could see Florida get dominated by the Dogs in this game. And I think that can happen.
I still believe I think Georgia's going to win. So I'm going to put that out there before I start talking good about Florida too much here. But I still think there's a ton of talent on this Florida team. I think this is still an offense. It has Jaden Ball, who's one of the premier running backs in all of college football. You have receivers on the outside like Dallas Wilson and Brown, and obviously Eugene Wilson, who maybe still hasn't had a major impact, but still has playmaking ability. This is a really good offense. It comes down to DJ Lagway protecting the football. When DJ protects the football, this team can score and they can move the ball down the field. No doubt about it. I think it's a defense that is also pretty talented on that side. It's still wild to me to see how heckle and jive they've been all year. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that DJ's been so inconsistent with protecting the football. But once again, if he does protect it, if he is playing in rhythm, this team has everything you want to win a lot of football games, including the one this weekend in Jacksonville, Florida. So for me, you're talking about a team that has talent, a team that is kind of saying, you know what, our head coach got fired. We're kind of in screw it mode right now. Let's just play. Like, what are we worried about? Right. We ain't making the playoffs, probably not going to make a bowl game. Let's just let it loose. So, like, I don't know what the offense is going to look like because you have a new play caller because Billy's not there. It's not going to be drastically different, but it'll be a little bit different. There'll be some wrinkles. There's probably going to be a lot of trickery and shots, and they're going to try to create some explosives because guess what? Georgia's DBs have not been good against the pass. No. So, like, I just don't know if I'm Georgia, what am I going to get? Talented football team that has nothing to lose. You're going to get a lot of things thrown at you. Is Georgia able to handle that early, make the adjustments, start fast? And I think you have to cut the head off the snake early. I think if you do that to Florida, they may quit. But if you keep them around, which Georgia's not been able to kill anyone, this could get interesting for 4 quarters. No doubt about it.
You're not. I don't think you're wrong with any of that. I just have to think that Kirby and company are sick of these slow starts, are sick of these, miraculous have-to-have-it moments, and, just want to line up and dominate. And can he
Everyone wants to, but maybe they're just not capable of it.
Maybe. I still think there's so much talent there that they have to find a way. And eventually, can you get better, on the defensive line, rushing the passer? Can you get better defending the pass? And do these guys, are they able to make the competitive plays or not? That's just what I want to see. And you're getting dunked on by Tennessee. You're getting jumped over by Alabama, things of this nature. I don't think there's quite that talent on this Florida offense, particularly maybe it's the quarterback can't put the ball where he needs to. But I just have a feeling about the Dogs this game, man. I think this is a turning point where everyone's talking about Texas A&M. Everybody's talking about Ole Miss. Everybody's talking about Bama. I think we're talking about the Dogs after this week.
Well, I'll say this. Like, what do I want to see from Georgia? You said first defensively. Like, can you get after the quarterback? I think that solves a lot of problems for Georgia. If you can just make DJ uncomfortable and force some turnovers, or even just him just be uncomfortable in the pocket, that's a huge key. I think offensively, Zachariah Branch has been that guy for the first half of the season. He's been tremendous. I thought Colby Young has been really good too. Yeah. Colby is now out for the season. We saw Oscar and primarily Lawson Lucky really step up in the game versus Ole Miss, and the tight end position finally felt like he got some juice. Can they take that from 2 weeks ago and turn that into more consistency? Because you're going to need more playmakers than Zachariah Brandt. So I'm looking at, obviously, Lawson. I'm looking at Oscar. I think Dylan Bell is starting to get more involved in the offense. I think London Humphreys has done a pretty good job this year when he's given opportunities to make plays. But there has to be someone else besides just Branch out there as the go-to guy for Gunnar Stockton.
No, I agree.
Who is that going to be? Don't make it tight ends. Don't make it a flash in the pan. One game we played great, and then we're back to being non-existent. I need to see that position continue to move in the right direction to make this offense more multiple, to give Gunnar the ability to feel good about running the football when he needs to, when he has numbers to use his legs. But I'm not that worried about the offense. Like, let's be real. Like, Georgia's offense and Gunnar have been terrific. Game comes down to, what is this defense going to look like for the back half of the season? Yeah. You had the bye week. Hopefully you made some adjustments, and it's either this defense is going to be better, and it don't need to be great, but just better, or is it truly is this defense is just not that good this year? And what you saw for the first 7 games is truly who they are.
Yeah. We'll find out. I think the Dogs roll. You think they win. You think they cover? 7.5 is the number?
I think Florida covers.
Hey, bro.
I think Georgia wins by 7.
Georgia Tech, Aaron. Get rid of the Georgia. This guy's a yellow jacket, man. All these Georgia fans listening. Get this guy out of here.
Georgia wins, but it's going to be like 4 to 7 points.
Oh.
Rivalry game.